This week in the Backyard Farmer Garden, we are again still in the greenhouse and a little bit outside, but we are seeing a lot of progress on our spring garden. Lots of the lettuce is already ready to start picking, so we're going to start doing that this week. So we're looking forward to those great fresh lettuce salads, and our little peas and radishes and stuff are coming up, and we're just excited for them to get bigger so we can start picking those out of the garden. We're about 2 weeks out from getting our plants hardening off and getting them out in the ground. So depending on where you're at and what the weather is, make sure when you're buying them at the local nursery, you're actually kind of taking care of them and getting them ready. Remember, they have been in the greenhouse this whole time, so a little too much sun, a little too much wind might damage them a little bit. So keep them a little more protected as you harden them off, moving them outdoors into your garden. This week in the Backyard Farmer Garden, we're really excited. We're ready to start pulling our plants out. Remember, we've been talking about hardening off. The temperatures have really moderated in the evenings and it's been really nice, so we're gonna start pulling them out of our greenhouse. Remember how I've talked about you kind of needed to pull them in, pull them out to kind of toughen them up for coming out because they've been inside this whole time. Well, unfortunately, we can't really have that opportunity to do that here, so we have to pull most of them out. But we do have a very nice place in order to set them out. We put them underneath our big oak in the garden. It's really shady. It's a little low spot, so not a lot of wind, and we can harden them off there. So we're excited about getting them out into the garden and start planting and arranging all of our plants. All of our spring stuff is still looking good. They're coming up and we're gonna start harvesting all of that here soon also. So stop by the Backyard Farmer Garden this week and check it out. This week in the Backyard Farmer Garden, we have gotten our plants hardened off. We're gonna start planting this week. Pretty excited about having the master gardeners here. And remember, we do a lot of mixing, so we're gonna see a lot of vegetables and flowers combined. We're gonna make sure we're matching colors, looking at different textures and mixing and matching. So we're really excited about getting those designs going for you to come and check out this summer. We're also strategically leaving a few kind of weed plants in our garden, and those would be our milkweeds. We've had milkweeds here for lots of years, and we do leave quite a few here for the monarchs. So when you're here, you can see maybe some monarch eggs or some monarchs on our milkweeds. We're gonna start working on our containers also, and we are continually taking care of our spring cool season plants that are still doing pretty well for as hot as it's been this week. This week in the Backyard Farmer Garden, we are enjoying over 2 inches of rain in the Lincoln area. So we are thrilled to be able to have all of our new plants in here and be getting some really good drinks. And it looks like over the coming weekend, we're gonna have even more rain. So perfect for all of our new plants. While it did kind of slow down a little bit of our planting is definitely happening this week, and we are so excited to be able to get these plants in the ground. We're anxious to see what our new All-America selections are gonna be doing this year and how they're gonna look mixed in with all of our plants in our garden. We're gonna remember we also have our production bed that's gonna be strictly just vegetables. So much more of a traditional look in our garden. But down in the bottom part of our garden, we're gonna have the wonderful combinations of flowers and vegetables. So please come by this Backyard Farmer Garden in a week or two and see what we've done and how our plants are looking. This week in the Backyard Farmer Garden, as you can see, we talked about it last week and we've gotten most of the garden planted. We still have a little bit left to do, but we are over 75% done and we are super excited about how it's gonna look this year. Couple things that we wanna continue doing, and we wanna make sure that you're doing this in your garden also, is that we have to put our mulch down. Putting that mulch down will help protect any of that moisture because, as you all know, eventually this rain is gonna stop. And we want to make sure that we're protecting as much moisture in that soil as possible. So put any kind of mulch down you possibly can. If you're collecting your grass clippings, if you have some straw or hay, or even some wood mulch will work in your garden. So making sure getting that mulch down is very important. One of the other kind of tricks that we do here is that we plant things a little bit closer.
They grow a little bit closer together, they grow a little bit faster, and that actually helps keep some of that sun out also, so that we're shading that area. Therefore, we're gonna have a few less weeds in our garden. So a few little tricks for you to be able to do to help manage the moisture and manage those seeds in the garden. So stop by the Backyard Farmer Garden this week and check it out.